All right, okay, Sister Kay, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks,
All right.
Peter.
Nice to be in your house again.
Oh, thank you, thank
All
you.
right. We are here today to really look at, if we say your life, and if we kind of, try to put it in perspective, looking at the life of a beacon of hope. But to be able to get to the basis, we really want to start from the beginning. I know you are a member of the Brigidine Sisters,
Mm-hmm.
and I also know that you are.
Yes.
I also know that you are a
A
nun.
nun, yes. Yeah.
So to be able to get to understand how you became a nun, I think we should look at your beginning as a young girl.
Right.
So tell us your
Okay.
beginning. Tell us, Sister Kay, as a young girl.
Okay. Well, I was born in Ballyroan, County Laois, and I grew up in a village. And at 3.5, I went to school, which was quite normal in those days. I could walk to school. I was taught by Brigidines, 3 sisters who were in the school at the time, and they taught me right from the start until I went to secondary school. And in secondary school, I also came in contact with Brigidines. They were the teachers. I rather liked the whole thing of school. I was interested in it. I loved it. The companionship, what they did, the curriculum. It was outgoing. It was outreach. There were games and all sorts of activities apart from the academic. There was a good academic course as well, but there was also a great outreach. So I left school. I wasn't intending entering, and then after a year of college, I thought I was with the Dominicans in that stage for that year, and I came back and I thought I'd like to maybe try this. I didn't get a huge lot of encouragement at home because they thought I wouldn't be suitable, that I was too fond of life. But my mother one time asked me if I had any fear of marriage, and I gave her the answer. Like I was stunned by the question she put to me, but I said, not fear of marriage, but I can't imagine myself living with the same person for the rest of my life. I said, I like to be moving around. So evidently I wasn't going to commit myself to something like that. So eventually I wrote to a sister who was my Irish teacher, and I told her how I'd been thinking, and she didn't tell me yes or no. She just said, she quoted a line from the Bible which says, "Whatsoever he shall say, do ye." In other words, it was up to me to make the decision based on what I thought I should do. So I valued her judgment, and I said, well, I'll have a go at it. Anyhow, religious life gives you 3 years of a formation, or where you can make up your mind if you're going to go ahead or not. So that's how after the 3 years, I made my commitment. My mother kept my place at home, expecting me to come home all the time, until an aunt of mine said to me, I think you're going to stay. And I said, yes, why do you think that? Why should you be doubting it? Well, she said, I think you should tell your mother you're going to stay. My father, I think, kind of knew I was going to stay.
But the decision to join the Brigidines, was it because you were afraid of marriage, or it was a personal conviction that, having come from the Brigidine background, being taught by the teachers and all, you were inspired by your teachers and you felt it was a place that you wanted to belong to?
Yeah, I think it was a calling I had, a calling to join this, and I'd like to do this work.
It was something in you, something
in me,
urging you on that you wanted to do it.
Yeah, it was like a call that I actually felt like, I felt like this before as well. When I went from America, where I was studying years after that, to Mexico, I came back to Ireland, and our congregation had decided to send a team to Mexico. And I remember saying, I felt like what St. Patrick said, that the Irish were calling him back, and I felt that the Mexican mission was calling me. So that's sort of the thing. I have had that sense all my life. Like, as I said, Peter, I'm going to be leaving here now in June, and I'm leaving for a reason. Not that I'm not choosing, I am choosing to leave, but for a reason.